Johannes, my phone ran out of battery, and I think you have a charger. Could you please lend it to me, because I just don't know how to get the electrons into my phone without the charger.
It's pretty funny how you put this. Of course I have a charger with me. It's very interesting how omnipresent this little device became over the last years.
Yeah, some physicists about 100 years ago, they had the invention of electricity, and all their knowledge is now put into this charger, and I can use it without understanding it. I just don't have to apply the charger.
Applicability is really an interesting aspect. I mean, it would be crazy if we would need to deploy and develop this thing again and again for our individual use. I mean, I wouldn't even know how to do it.
Yeah, because first, not all of us are physicists, and second, it would be completely nuts to reinvent something where the knowledge is already out there.
But Bernhard, you will have to admit that if I was, let's say, in Belgium, and you were in Austria, it would not be so easy to hand it over to you. I mean...
Yeah, because that's knowledge cast into a physical device. But what about casting knowledge into digital tools that are available and utilizable on the whole globe?
That's actually a very interesting aspect. So you were saying that we can put the knowledge into a digital device, so a digital entity. So think of all the research results we're having out there. So you're having a research project, and there are the results. And then the guys who did the stuff, they move on. And the results might still be there, but the essence of the project was how to derive the knowledge. So what's really important is to get a chance to make this knowledge that was needed to derive the results reusable, such that somebody else who does not have the expert competences is able to reuse the kind of the knowledge. So if I have an individual request, I could ask the tool, I could use this kind of knowledge to get an individual answer.
So let me get specific. So for example, if I'm having a health issue, I want to improve my health, I want to have a personalized diet, I could use then, is this what you're saying, the knowledge of the best nutrition experts in the world and utilize it to get an individual diet for me?
Exactly. We call those knowledge engines. Knowledge engines is a digital entity. It allows you to encapsulate the knowledge and to make it usable for others who are not experts, who do not have the expert competences, but they can still deploy the knowledge that others created.
So the vision would be that all the expert knowledge in the world is made available for every individual challenge and question. That would be pretty cool, but I think it's much too futuristic.
Bernhard, you have a point here. Of course, I mean, it's visionary, but the knowledge that is needed is out there already. Just think of the research results of the last, let's say, 5 or 10 years. So the knowledge is already there, but the challenge is to make it deployable. But also in this field, there are already pioneers out there. So in very narrow fields, there are pioneers who already do this. We, for example, at Linz Center of Mechatronics, we do this in the narrow field of electrical engines.
So I know what you mean. Our service where we make engineering services available completely automatically. The customer sends us a request and he gets the answer within minutes without us working a single hour on it.
Exactly, that's the idea. So we deploy already knowledge engines, but we've understood that we can generalize this idea. So we are now asking for researchers out there who want to deploy or to put their knowledge into tools, into knowledge engines, such that they can be attached to our system.
So I imagine that all of you, every organization, every university, and even the companies make their knowledge utilizable somehow so that everyone else can access the knowledge with some business model for their individual challenges, but also to enable them to make their own business ideas come true in a very flexible and fast way.
And there's even another level on this. So the impact is even on a higher level. I mean, you all know those political debates where there are pros and cons. So just think of expert knowledge that was available for citizens. So you would be a citizen and you could check on the consequences of a certain political statement. So if this was possible, you could check the consequences of an argument, but you could also see how good or the effect of a consequence matters to your personal belief. So this tool allows and enables citizens to avoid emotional decision-making, to deal with populism, and therefore, this tool enables thoughtful democracies again. Thank you.
Thank you.